The book of Judges means judge in Hebrew, or more closely translates to ruler. This book gives the account of each judge that God raised up to rule over and deliver Israel. This is the 7th book of the Bible, and the author is probably Samuel. We aren't exactly sure when it was written, but it covers a period of 325 to 350 years or so, between 1375 to 1025 BC. The Israelites had just settled in Canaan, and the Israelites have settled with compromise. They have lost their way and are doing as they see fit in their own eyes. We see Christ throughout Judges, typified by the judges, because we know that he is our final judge, ruler, and deliverer. The themes of this book are that disobedience leads to judgment, but repentance leads to restoration. The book opens with the causes of Israel's sin: incomplete obedience. They weren't obedient, at least not completely. See, they didn't drive out all the Canaanites or all the immorality out of the land. So there was idolatry, worshiping false gods, and their cycles of sin are recorded in chapters 3 to 16, with God raising up a total of 12 judges. The cycles begin when Israel disobeys, is oppressed, and cries out to God. He raises up a judge, delivers them, and they begin to compromise once again. So the cycle starts all over. We see in this cycle that compromise always leads to disobedience. In the nation of Israel, and in our lives as well. Each one of the judges are called by God to deliver Israel, but he uses each one differently. See, some of the judges are true deliverers, like Gideon. Some are administrators, like Tola. Ehud and Jar provided peace. Jephthah was a dictator. Some were famous, like Samson. Others were hard-working men, like Elon and Abdon. Some were local heroes, like Shamgar and Ibzan. Others were great military leaders, like Othniel, and even a woman, Deborah. God uses a variety of people, some noble and some immoral, to fulfill his purposes. I wish I could say there was a happy ending in this book, but in the final chapters we see that the tribe of Dan fell into idolatry, and a civil war breaks out against Benjamin. These were dark ages in Israel's history. And while you won't have a very high opinion of the Israelites after reading this book, the purpose of this book is to show you that God's judgment is always just. Our disobedience leads to judgment, but our repentance will always lead to restoration, because we serve a just and merciful God.